Hello, friends. Well, here we are again. Today's Thursday. Just put a bunch of mulch on my garden, so I'm pretty happy about that. So I looked up the word fink, and it means informant. Informant, like a rat fink. So let's see what Mr. Fink is all about. Mr. Fink, Mr. Larry Fink. Who are you? Who are you? Identity and identify and remove toxic people around you. We're going to take a look at Mr. Fink. Identify and remove toxic people around you. Well, I wonder what that says about Mr. Fink. And we're watching him, and he's watching them. Is he a Fink? Is he an informant? Is he working for the good guys? Is he just made out to be a Baba Yaga, a boogeyman? Is he a boogeyman? Is he really bad? Or is he just the face of bad? The face of Blackrock bad? Is he really bad? Or is he just the face of bad? Mr. Fink. You're a green one, Mr. Fink. Movement into balance. Movement into balance. Well, we've seen that card before. Movement into balance. Is he going to bring Blackrock into balance? Is he going to show us that all the things that we think are going on at Blackrock are really just more story? You're a green one, Mr. Fink. Are you? Who are you, Mr. Fink? Personally and professionally. Who are you? Coming on the scene, being all scary. Boogeyman-ish. Boogie, boogie. Boogie, boogie. You're a booger. You are very close to achieving your goal. You are very close to achieving your goal, Mr. Grinch. Mr. Fink. Mr. Fink. Gibbous moon. A gibbous moon. Page 30. You're very close to achieving your goal. Gibbous moon. The word gibbous means bulging. What a descriptive word, right? And pulling this card at any time of the month suggests that the situation you're asking about is bulging with possibility and coming to a peak. But this isn't an ending card with a neat yes or no answer. Rather, you're being reminded that some adjustments may yet be required before you get what you want, though you're certainly on the right track, which is hopefully reassuring for you. However, there is also a sense that the situation is a bit tense, so don't push too hard. One false move and the whole thing could blow. That's not meant to scare you. It's just to let you know there's a fuse attached to this situation, so be careful if you choose to light it. I know that I'm on the right track. Now is a good time to review your plans. Keep the momentum going as you move toward your dreams. Stay focused. It's a good time to start a new project. You need to get back into good health habits. The gibbous moon comes at the very end of the lunar cycle, just before the full moon. She looks like she's bulging because she's almost a full moon. So she's nearly fully rounded. And it's the culmination of the waxing cycle, and as such, tends to be rather intense period of the month. No matter when you pull this card, it suggests a very ripe time and a very ripe situation. ETF, Mr. Fink, ETF. Well, so far, not getting that he's a boogeyman. He's a boogeyman, he's a boogeyman, turn me on. He's a boogeyman, he's a boogeyman, do what you want. Well, Mr. Fink, are you the boogeyman? How you showing up today, Mr. Fink? What you wearing? How you gonna show up? Ace of Wands. Well, that's passionate movement. Passion. Energy. Wow. Okay, well, not necessarily a good thing, but not necessarily a bad thing. Passion. Let's read what else. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands. The wellspring of desire leading to the road of adventure. Authentic energy, passion, originality, brilliance. It's not sounding like a bad guy. Okay, what's challenging our friend Mr. Fink? Death. Yeah, that's true. The ETF. Is he rugging everybody? Interesting. A lot of death, death, death. Okay, where's it coming from? Oh, victory. So maybe there was a lot of people they were considering, and they chose him. And now he's there, being a Fink. And he's coming from a place of victory. And he's got death as his challenge. Let's see. Where are we going? Oh, that's where we're going to. This is where we're coming from. Why did I pull that? Oh, decisions. Look at that. I did it backwards today and I didn't even realize. So we're going to a place of victory, but he's coming from a place of contemplation and having to make choices. Not good. Anxiety, stress, focusing on one thing and not seeing the others. But now he's at victory. What were his tools? Oh, he's a detective and a shepherd, another shepherd. So he's shepherding lots of people into Blackrock. Is it like the Pied Piper? Is he walking them to their death? What's he hoping for as far as an outcome? Happiness. 10 of Cups, 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment. This doesn't sound like a bad guy. It just doesn't sound like a bad guy. Mr. Fink, even though you're all mixed up. So going from here to here, best case scenario, these are good cards. You're very close to achieving your goal. How does Mr. Fink see himself in terms of the situation? Anxiety. He's got a lot of stress. Maybe he doesn't like rug pulling. I don't know. What a strange, strange reading. Straighten you guys out. Well, and the environment he finds himself in? Queen of Pentacles. Rich, happy, sovereign. Lots of wealth. Sitting pretty. Yeah, he's got a lot of Bitcoin. But who actually owns it? Coinbase. Well, that's interesting, because he's dealing with those Coinbase people. And they weren't great. And they were kindred souls, but they were dark kindred souls. Blackrock. Oh boy. Hopes and fears. The devil upside down. Well, I guess they're flipping the devil upside down. That's interesting. I wonder if he is a Fink. I mean, a Fink to the bad guys. Devil upside down. Triviality. Nonsense. Nonchalance. Casual. He's very casual. Huh. Not worried about too much. He's in a good place. He's victorious. He's hoping for happiness. He's got the devil upside down. Doesn't sound like a bad guy. Knight of Cups, that's the final outcome. He could be tricky, though. He could be bringing somebody this cup and saying, I love you, but he's not trustworthy. Let's see who the Knight of Cups is. Knight of Cups. Mr. Cups. Knight of Cups. Romantic and poetic invitation to flattery and romance. Appearance, advance, invitation, enticement, presence. Well, upside down it says swindle and sham, but it's not upside down. It's right side up. Romance, flattery, poetic. I don't think this guy's a bad guy. I don't think, as much as I thought Larry Fink was going to be, I got a smudge afterward, I'm not finding that to be true. Just not seeing it. Just not seeing it. Even though we pulled the cards wrong. I guess we had to do that on purpose. But isn't that interesting? Very interesting. I'm intrigued. Well, Mr. Fink, what does Lenormand have to say about you? I think you are a Fink. Larry is a Fink. He's an informant. He works for Blackrock. He runs Blackrock. But he's not with Blackrock. Blackrock has a nefarious background. Lots of rich people. But Mr. Fink seems to be the Fink. Interesting. Another white hat placement. Another person Trump put in place. Information. Maybe he's an informant. Good stuff. Or no, suffering. And the anchor. So this is information, documents, and suffering, and heartache, and sadness, and pain, and burden, grief, guilt, misfortune. That's the cross. And what's the anchor? Stable, security, long-term, and safe. So I think, again, all this pain and suffering is being documented, and so we can bring it to a safe place. Yeah, because that's a safe place, and that's suffering, and that's information. So if he gathers the information, we can end the pain and suffering, and he can bring us to a safe place. So that's what he is. He really is a Fink. He's named appropriately. Mr. Larry Fink is a Fink, and he's finking on the bad guys, I think. He's a Fink, I think. And he's finking on the bad guys. You're very close to achieving your goal. What do we say about him? Identity. Oh, identify and remove toxic people around you. Yeah, maybe he's cleaning house. And that's what he has to do. Clean house. That's why death is here. He's got a name. Name the things that have to go. Out the door with you. Done. Maybe he's being like Trump. You're fired. You're fired. Maybe that's it. Maybe Mr. Fink is following the example. I don't know. He's in a lot of anxiety about having to fire people. He doesn't like firing people. He's the owl. Oh, that's interesting. Because the owl could be a bad guy who's turned good, too. They flipped him. Maybe they flipped Larry Fink. There's the owl. Take a look. That's also a deep state sign. Owl. And here we are in the air again. In the air, once again. Owl. Abundance, clairvoyant, treasures. The owl is a mysterious and otherworldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl in this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon or treasure is on the way. Either in spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma and bring abundance to the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasures is infinite. Yeah, but Bitcoin isn't infinite. Generous, trusting, and secure. Well, I don't think he's a Fink. I mean, a bad guy. I think he's a Fink, but I think he's a Fink for the bad guys. I think he's a good guy in place to look like a boogeyman. But he's not a boogeyman. He's on our side. Maybe he was recently flipped. But anyway, he's doing the right thing, even though it may cause him anxiety. He's doing the right thing. So I think he's in charge of Blackrock, and Blackrock used to be a big scary place, but I think they've been neutered. And they're not scary anymore, and Mr. Fink is just shepherding everyone in. Tools. He's shepherding everyone into the Blackrock ETF, maybe to cause their death. But either way, I don't think he's a bad guy. Well, that's an interesting read, and a quick one. So, right to the point here with Mr. Fink. Well, there you go. Now we know who we're dealing with. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. All right. Well, there you go. I'll see you tomorrow. And like, share, and subscribe, please. Thank you. Bye.